Film Festival. On the red carpet with Mr. Paul Williams.
Hey Morgan, I'm here with Morgan and we're talking about AUGEgirl.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for being on the show with me. I really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure, it's a chance for me to promote my film, Paul Williams Still Alive, a chance for me to prove that I am still alive, and more importantly, a chance for me to hear about your organization. Can you tell me a little bit about your organization?
Well, AUGE stands for All Good Every Day, and I encourage you to make a difference and to just help out in the community.
To be about love and service, as we say. I think I was telling you a little earlier that I'm 22 years sober. That means that I don't drink alcohol, I don't use drugs. And part of the way you recover from those things is to change the way you live your life. And part of the way I have to live my life today, part of the way I get to live my life today is in service to other people. So I admire you for finding that path at such a young age. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have been such an inspiration to everybody. Who was your inspiration growing up and in the industry?
Well, there was an actor named Mickey Rooney who was a very little guy. He was about my height, and he was a big movie star in 1940, which was the year I was born. And I thought, if this little guy can make such a difference in the world and have such an impact, maybe I can make it, maybe I have a chance in show business. So I tried to be an actor. It didn't really work out for me to be an actor, but I became a songwriter, and I had found that in my life, at least, no is a gift. If I don't get something that I want, and that door is closed, chances are another better door will open. That's what happened to me.
Looking back at your career, what has been your favorite moment?
I think all the work that I did through the years with Jim Henson and the Muppets has been perhaps my favorite. I met Jim Henson on his television show, The Muppet Show in England. He asked me to write the songs for first something called Emma Daughter's Jug Band Christmas, a Christmas special, and then the songs for the Muppet movie. And it's been a 40-year relationship through the years, writing songs for Kermit and Miss Piggy and Gonzo and all the gang, including the Rainbow Connection, which is probably my favorite song.
I love the Muppets. I actually did my 5th grade book report on that.
Oh, wonderful.
What are you most proud of?
I think I'm most proud of my recovery. I think I'm most proud of the fact that I'm 22 years sober. That I have worked as a drug and alcohol counselor. That I have an amazing support group of other recovering alcoholics. And that we, as a group, have found that we must dedicate our lives to helping others. So this May 1st, I'm going to speak at a drug court graduation, where veterans who are graduating from drug court, who have committed themselves to a sober life, are getting on their motorcycles and riding across the country in a relay for recovery. It's called Rise Up America, and it's a chance for everybody. It's called All Rise America, and basically what they're taking is a gavel across country, and it's to show that every time a judge hits his gavel down and says to a young drug court graduate, now you can go out and live a cleaner life, a better life, contribute to the world, you can be a better human being. It's a gift of the drug courts. And the drug courts are doing a wonderful job on a daily basis, just as you would have them do it, making this world a better place for people to live.
Now, you have had a very exciting life and career. What do you want to be most remembered for?
Well, the profile, no, that's not going to be it. Hopefully as a good dad now, I have 2 wonderful children, and I hope that I'll be remembered as somebody who gave back, somebody who was blessed who was so lucky, so amazingly lucky, and who was able to make a difference. I'm now president and chairman of the board of ASCAP, which is the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. We license the music of 430,000 songwriters, publishers, and composers. So I'm now able to go to Washington and fight for the rights of young music creators to make a living with their music just as I have. That's really important work to me, and I'd like to be remembered as somebody that made a difference in that world.
Now, you were on Smoking the Bandit. What do you like better, Smoking the Bandit Part 1 or Part 2?
Well, Smoking the Bandit Part 1, I had a bigger part in Part 2. I had a really big part in Part 3. But Part 1, the first one was the best. Originality is rewarded. It's the best.
In general, what advice do you give kids today?
Stay in school, be honest. If you see something that worries you, that feels wrong, talk to an adult about it. If you know a kid is having problems with drugs and alcohol, don't feel like a snitch if you go and talk to your parents about it. Try to do the right thing. Try to do the right thing and be yourself. You don't need to be anybody but who you are. What you need is right inside you. You're the exact person we need in this world. You don't have to be anybody else.
Now, drugs are going around. Like, kids have been taking them. I mean, I will never take them, but what advice can you give kids who see it? And then what advice can you give the kids who are taking them about, like, how to make them stop? Like, advice.
If you're taking drugs, if you're using drugs and alcohol, you need to get help because you're too young. If your audience, I would imagine, is very young, your audience has no business dealing with drugs and alcohol. And so, you know, they have to realize that they're on a path that is destructive and very unhealthy. You want to be healthy, you want to live a long, you want to be a geezer like me, if you want to be an old guy like me, you have to live a healthy lifestyle. You know, if you know somebody that has a problem with drugs and alcohol, you talk to your folks about that. And to anybody that's using it, they can't figure out how to stop. You're not a bad person. You may have a disease. You may suffer from the disease of alcoholism and drug addiction. There's no shame in that. Go get some help.
Sir, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I enjoy talking to you. You're terrific.
Thank you.